to go.
And we're off. And it's a clean start. Everybody out of the start blocks cleanly. Referees pulling in behind. There's nothing more exciting than watching eights go off the block, I don't think, other than a great sprint at the finish. But
I know. And again, 8 lanes of 8. And so, yeah, we're watching the referees making the right call earlier on. Both of those chase launches following, but in behind 8 lanes of 8. Early leaders, Greenwich Crew on the far right-hand side of your screen, far side of the course. Second place looks to be Belen Jesuit in that third from the right. And we've got Marin sandwiched in between in a current second place position. But fourth, again, because top 4 advance out of this semi into the A final will be Newport Seabase, Capital, and Rowe, New Jersey. It's going to be really tight. It's only the first initial couple strokes, but when you have a restart, sometimes the energy and excitement coming out of the blocks is kind of shakes some things up. We know that we can expect that Greenwich is going to post a fast time. They're on that far side lane, the priority lane, but it's still really tight here in the first 250 meters.
absolutely. I would say it's clear that Greenwich is now working for open water as they go through the 500-meter mark, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But after that, we don't have much separation between the other boats.
No.
And maybe as we get the clear shot again in a minute, things will have rolled out a little bit more. But right now it looks like Marin is in second, but yes, Marin is definitely in second place. And then probably Berlin Jesuit is in third. Fourth place, I think, is a little bit too close to call. The Sarasota, Newport Seabase, Rowe, New Jersey. Rowe, New Jersey maybe is back a deck at this point, but they're all in there pretty close. St. Joe's Prep is back another half a length maybe with Capital. So everybody's in this race right now with Greenwich clearly leading.
And, that was a really impressive start, really rocketing out of the block. So by 7:50, Greenwich Crew has an open water lead. This has got to give them a lot of confidence as they're headed towards the 1,000. They're trying to push away from the rest of the field. We see Marin in second place, Belen Jesuit in third. I think that is Newport Seabase, current fourth place position, trying to hold on to a spot to the A final. Sarasota Crew, Rowe, New Jersey, either side of them. So Sarasota Crew in the darker colored shell, Rowe, New Jersey in that red-orange shell. Still about in striking distance, a half boat back on Newport Seabase, trying to get into the A final. Good shot here of Newport Seabase trying to do that. This is, again, younger athletes. This is their men's U16 eights. So all athletes in these crews under the age of 16 in 2025. And, having opportunities to have some tight racing, some exciting racing early on in the career, those are races that I think have us all coming back. We're racing this race. They're in the thick of youth national championships, trying to crown national champions in these events. But it's also something that you're going to hold with you to continue your training when it comes to the summer, the fall. You want to come back. You just become a little bit addicted to the race mentality and the lifestyle of just throwing yourself in the arena, seeing what you can do, enjoying the challenge with your crewmates and people who kind of enjoy the same vibe.
Especially at this level. Racing is fun, period. But to be at the national championships and to be racing because you've earned the right to be there, I think it's wonderful. Okay, a beautiful shot again here with Greenwich Crew they're holding their lead. They've got plenty of it right now. They're a little bit higher than the rest of the field. Mm-hmm. Not a lot, but a little bit, and have been since the get-go. Looks like they're trying to take a little bit of a move now, too. So that's in their race plan. It's something they want to execute, and it's being successful. Nothing has changed too much between where everybody is. And the thing about eights is that once you get separation, it's harder. It's harder to get back in to the other boats, whereas the smaller boats, it's a little bit easier. So it's another quirk about eights is that you don't want to give up too much because there's only so far and fast you can sprint. And if the other boat's doing it too, you're not going to be able to catch them.
Really interesting. I am actually recalling this from yesterday's time trials. Sarasota crew and at Newport Seabase Rowing had the exact same time in the time trial.
Wow. Wow.
Literally exact same margin on the leaders as it's registered in the time trial. They are literally 8th and 8th. And
wow.
I think that is what is fueling Newport Seabase. They said, we know what we did in the time trial. We want to make a difference. And so they're really pouring it on here in a good 4th place spot, trying to vie for the A finals. So we're looking at Greenwich Crew, Marin, Bellin Jesuit, Newport Seabase, Sarasota Crew currently top 1 through 5, first through 5 in this semifinal for the men's U16 eights.
And things have started to stretch out a little bit as they're coming into the last part of this race course inside the 250 to go. I think it's going to be pretty clear who's going to make that A final, but can they get a little bit more speed? Can they get across the line a little bit faster? That's what we're looking for now. But coming across right now with a fine lead is Greenwich Crew, followed by about a length of open water behind Marin. Maybe a length of open back to Berlin Jesuit. 4th is going to be about a length back, Newport Seabase.
Really good push here out of Rowe, New Jersey, and Sarasota Crew. Photo finish on that one. Looked like Sarasota Crew may have cut out just in front, near Lane Capital, half boat ahead of St. Joe's Prep. And that was 8 lanes of 8 in this men's U16 semifinal.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
Not that it was close, it was just good rowing and good racing.
Well, exciting there at the start.
Absolutely.
So exciting we got both of them. So up